Hello, people. It's, what day is it? Saturday? It's been a minute. I know I haven't streamed in a while, mainly because, I'm playing a lot of Call of Duty, um, which I think you've seen plenty of streams on, and I'm not the most amazing player, so, figured I wouldn't be showing you that so much, and yeah, it's been a minute since I played The Last of Us. It's not that I've quit the game, I still love it with all of my heart. Um, I just haven't been in the mood this year. It's been a crazy year. It's been a rough year. And I'm talking about, job hitch, economy, life. And I wanted like quick and easy opportunities to murder people. Like, where The Last of Us is like, you really need strategy and to get people to cooperate. You kind of have to hunt your victims. More thought and effort are involved. And so I wanted less thought and effort. That's really what it came down to. But I'm still here, still doing my thing, still want to share and post, and I have a measly 84 followers, but you know what? I'm still here. And thank you for watching. Alright, so I have a huge game backlog, kind of ridiculous. I haven't even counted, but between PlayStation Plus, where you get to download from their library, on top of which there's just your own games that you've bought that you just like keep planning to play and it just never happens. We have Greedfall. I'm some days of playing in, so I've gotten a swing in the game. I think what happened was a year or so after this game came out, I bought it, maybe even 2 years, and I don't remember the details. Like, did I set the game to average difficulty or to extra difficulty? I don't remember. But what happened was I was in the tutorial. Side note, I do have a cold. Sorry if I cough and sound all phlegmy. But in the tutorial for fighting, I just kept getting my ass beat, and it was painful. And then I started the game and kind of was exploring and doing stuff. And in the first kind of like, it wasn't even like main game. Like it was just like they wanted you to explore and kind of do basic missions to understand like the game functionality. And so it was the game that had started. It was the storyline, but I was struggling. It was really sad. Like I kept encountering enemies and getting my ass handed to me because I just didn't understand the fundamental game mechanics, which remind me of God of War. So the sorts of games where you have to like focus on dodge and parry. Um, so it's very same thing for Witcher. Like you have to, if you don't master parry and you don't master dodging, like there's no way. It's just not going to work out. Put your shit away, girl. Okay. Anyway, so by default, right, they give you a dude, but I do appreciate that you get to pick a girl. They have very limited character options, so there's basically one base model for the black girl, quotation marks, and two face options for her, but they're not that different. What I do like is when you're traditionally playing RPGs, normally they let you mix and match body types, skin colors, and face types so that you could put in effect what I'm describing is like I often choose like an elf base, like tall, high cheekbones, full lips. Naomi Campbell vibes, basically, right? But I make her dark versus light. But by default, those face types and body types are Caucasian in these games because of the designers. So the defaults in mainstream gameplay, that's what they baseline build. It's like all the tall beings are generally Viking types, and like what I do is I take the Viking base and I put brown skin on it, like or I take the Nordic base or the um, Italian base. Sometimes there's an olive toned one, and like they'll look Middle Easternish, and I'll be like, okay, I'll just take up the skin color a couple notches. So I always want my characters to look basically as much as I can make them look like me in my idealized state, which is tall. I am not tall. You don't need to know how short I am, but I am not tall. So I struggled with this one because they only gave like 4 body types and then 2 skin tones per each, and you couldn't switch between. So they're not optimizing for people who are mixed race, which more and more of the world is becoming. I feel like at this point, like 80, I don't know, 60, 80% of the world is like at least a third of something else, if not half of something else. But games are not going to catch up with that for another 20 years, which is sad. Maybe sooner. I don't know. The world is changing. We've got the transgender community. We've got opportunities and alternatives happening. So maybe we'll have the ability to see ourselves with like less of a check this box or that box experience in gaming. But a game suite developer like Bethesda, I feel like understands that, and so you have way more customization opportunities. But this game, decided to really invest in the textures of its greenery and its foliage versus the textures of its gamers. And you got to put your budget somewhere, right? Maybe you will adjust that next time for the game. Okay. So, I'm a level 7 now, but that's still pretty rudimentary. I have barely above basic equipment right now. And there is a foraging mechanic. It's pretty also basic. They have like 4, so far the only thing I've ever encountered is like 4 types of herbs or greenery, and they always look exactly the same, just very spaced out, so they're not in bunches or multitudes. It'll be always, you can tell, like the map has it kind of divided. It always feels like about 20 paces you're going to get, 20 to 30 paces, a yard or two. You're going to get a big single bush floating in the middle of nowhere, or floating in the middle of a field, and then also one of these little stumps. The stumps deliver mushrooms for foraging, sometimes 1 or 2 other things. I sometimes don't pay attention, but you'll get like a bunch of things came out of this little thing. But for the bushes, it's always a type of berry. Hawthorn was one of them. I don't remember what the other one was. And some of these bushes won't have anything on it. They're just here for looks. But you'll notice there's a very obvious...
in my mother's village. Dead rice. There are wild beasts around it. We must be careful. The guys rad. The red spears know how to defend themselves. But we must be careful on the way there.
Alright, lady. So I realize I probably should give you some backstory, but I'm trying to think of how much to give you. But all this to say, like, you're born with a mark on your face that no one understands or explains to you when you start. It's just you grew up with it, and it always set you apart, but at the same time you were the cousin of a prince, so you're noble, but close enough to the highest orders of nobility that no one's going to give you shit or treat you poorly because you have, it's hard to see it here, but like what looks like it could be a beard on the side of my face is actually this birthmark thing that looks kind of creepy. I don't know. I can't tell if you look at the textures here in the grass and the design, do you see this effort to really... Look at that, see shadows moving on things. Like, you see an effort, dust motes, leaves, to really show complexity and layering of these textures, but at the same time you can also see, I don't know what you call it, I don't want to say rudimentary, but look, like the shape of the grass if you tilt, right, is the exact same. So on the one hand, complex textures, but in the how it shows up, you know that nature doesn't work like this. It's more random than what we're seeing. Same thing about like how the bushes are spread out and how you encounter greenery to loot. So when I bring this up, it's because the texture of this thing, when I'm in like their cutscenes, it looks weird, and I can't tell if the way they have textured it is deliberate or not. Like if it's just sort of a failing of their own designers, or if it's really meant to look that way. Regardless, there's sort of a weird netting webbed effect on my cheek, and it looks vaguely organic, but also kind of, I don't know, a little bit like veiny or something. So I don't really know what it exactly is supposed to be. Um, when you're running around in your main town when you start the game, no one around you has this. This is, no one comments on it, but you clearly have a different thing on your face. Um, you are setting off an expedition where you and the prince are going to a new island or extension of the kingdom, or it's not really a kingdom, but it's sort of like country states, and each of these country states is ruled independently, and each has political plans and has alliances or enemies. We are effectively Switzerland. We are allies with multiple, trying to trade with all of them and not get involved in wars, but stay on the good side of everybody. And I've been assigned that I'm going to be effectively a what do you call it? Like not quite a ambassador. Like I'm effectively representing the interests of the country slash country state, and supposed to kind of politically keep the peace on behalf of the government. And then my cousin, the prince, who is more senior than me, et cetera, is coming to rule or govern, rather. He's being instated as a governor of this extension of this big island of opportunity. As in colonialism, as you will know, there is always the issue of colonies showing up saying like, "Hey, we want to like take advantage of this lovely new land we have found," quotation marks, when obviously there's probably a populace already present. Well, I'm a brown girl playing in this game, and I've rolled up, and the natives are actually what this girl is. So here she looks dark, but they're actually pretty. They come in various colors, shapes, and sizes, which I find interesting. So it's an idealized. Hold on. Excuse me. It's an idealized view of what a native culture might look like. And so here she looks Caucasian, but we've encountered other natives, quotation marks, who look brown or Hispanic or, like I said, kind of all the colors of the rainbow. So she runs up to me in some initial encounter, and basically there's a party system. You can have 3 people in your party at any time. You can swap them out as needed. In particular, sometimes one of them might have issues politically with some of the people you need to encounter, so you have to swap them out. So that reminds me a little bit of like Baldur's Gate and other RPGs where your teammates have to be thoughtfully chosen for their skill sets. Because you can have there's mages, there's fighters, and then there's effectively rogues, which is what I've chosen. The names of each of these is a little different. I can't remember. My technician is the term, or engineer is the term they use for the rogue. But if you're trying to do long range attacks and it's not magic, that's basically the rogue. I don't get a bow and arrow. I get guns and swords. And then the fighter gets 2-handed weapons that are heavy, such as maces and long, huge long swords. Can carry more, and they have can wear thicker armor, etc. And then I haven't paid attention to her. I think she's also a fighter, maybe? She's not a mage. What you found is the different country states have a predilection for their type or their class, which is interesting. So they don't really, I don't really see or haven't really seen that my country has a specific one, but one of the neighboring countries that's anti-religious and very academic and into science, they're into like bombs and alchemy, and they're more scientist character types. And then there's a priest class, not priest class, but that's basically the mage class. That there's a religious country state that's like effectively operating like the Catholics and the Inquisition. And they're here on the island as well, torturing and attacking and kidnapping natives, trying to force them to turn and punishing them for not switching over to their religion and ways of life. And that group is generally priests. They're all dressed like priests, and they do magical attacks. So anyway, that's that. And then we all leave, me and my cousin, and we come here and we reinstate. And then I've been sent on some missions to kind of investigate problems happening diplomatically across the island. But the biggest thing we've come here to solve is that apparently, even though these different country states are kind of warring with each other for different reasons in different places, and it's not touching our country state, um, everyone across the region, our country state included, is experiencing an epidemic of some sort of disease that basically looks like the plague. It doesn't look like people are being ridden with like boils and festering like skin lesions, but more so like hacking, coughing up, keeling over, dying. So there were a lot of like in our hometown there were like a lot of bodies all over the place where they just had so many they couldn't get them buried, and then like lots of X's on doors where you can see that like the house has been marked as don't go there. So I'm supposed to figure out a cure. The hope is that, everyone's saying this land is filled with mysteries and treasure and riches and blah, 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 and maybe also the possible cure for what this thing is, which is called the Malicor. And then because there's some cool ties, I mean, obviously these are not real cities and places, but a lot of the names and behaviors here say that effectively there's some correlation to what we know of the real world in this region in Europe. So lots of echoes. Sorry. Lots of echoes. So, as an example, the names and language used from my country state imply that we're the French. And then the names and language used for the country state that's like, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's like the priests that are all Catholic or whatnot. They're behaving and looking and sounding vaguely Italian/Spanish. And then the scientifically alchemist inclined, they actually have certain clothing. Like I said, everybody has a different look and feel. Well, their names and look and clothing imply Arabs. So, like, there's definitely a theme going on. But everybody's trying to solve for what this Malicor is, and Malicor, if you just sort of look at the Latin for it, is actually very tied to what they would sort of name or speak to in medieval times for how to heal illnesses or refer to them. So when they would say, bad humor, which was bad blood, Ichor, Ichor, similar vein. I haven't looked up the exact language in the dictionary, but I've read this in the past where it's referring to kind of the same thing, right? Like mal being bad. So it's just, icky. It's probably where the word icky comes from. Let me look it up right now, because now I want to see exactly what the definition of ichor is. Because I feel like I've seen it before. Ichor definition. Greek mythology, the fluid that flows like blood in the veins of the gods. And then archaic, a watery discharge from a wound. So, there you go. And then, let me look up humor. And then I want to go to... No, I'm not showing the old school version of this. But that's like the tie-in. Like bad humor, right? Was actually... humor... blood... humorism. Yes. So this was Alcmaeon. Hippocrates suggested that humors are the vital bodily fluids. Same thing. So I feel like that's, yeah, it's tied to that whole world of like bloodletting, leeches, stuff you've seen in the ancient times where doctors were trying to get the bad ichor, humor, blood that they felt was infested or infected out of you. And like it's sort of pseudoscience. Some portion of that's true, right? We do realize like infection can run in the blood, does run in the blood, is infused within the body in that way, but you can't just like bloodlet to actually get rid of the illness. It's more advanced than that. But anyway, all that to say, Ichor, Malicor is the name of this thing that I was talking about. Okay, so I told you how I met this chick. So she's a princess of one of the tribes. And her tribe is actually actively at war with one of these groups. Trying to remember if it's, I think it's my people, because like I said, there's all the country states are on this island trying to get theirs. So I think our people have like a town or city ship that we've built up. Um, I could be wrong. It could actually be the scientific folk. Al-Qaeda. And this is a very interesting language that they use. Let's see. I can only remember by looking at my clothes. So, oh, I sold it. Okay, let's see. So, Al-Sad. So, Al-Sad is the group that's into science and alchemy. From that name alone, you can tell that they're intending this group to be the Arabs. Also, when you talk to their like lead ambassador or whatnot, he looks Arab. And then there's I forget what the name of the priests are, but they just call it priest robes. They don't really define it. So anyway, it'll come up. It'll show their names and stuff, and you'll see they'll talk about the different factions. But this guy is from the faction called, it's a very interesting one. It's almost like the mob. So this dude belongs to a faction called the Nauts, Nauts, not as in nautical. And they own all the ports and shipping, and they're basically like the Sailors Guild. It's like the Unified Sailors Guild. So they don't belong to, they're a faction in and of themselves. So if any country, state, or any one is trying to ship anything, do anything on the seas, rent a ship, use a ship, be on a ship, do any kind of trade, they have to do it through this faction. And generally this faction is charging them, so they have to pay them to do any of that. And so this faction controls the world in that sense through control of the seas and the way that they manage their economy and the world's economy through it. So it's almost like if the internet was embodied and you called like their people, nets. So if the sea was embodied, like it's the knots. And so the knots control the ports in every port city. And so you have to do everything through them. If you need to kind of sneak around and get into their warehouses and grounds, you have to change into their outfit. Otherwise, you're forbidden. And if you get caught, drama will happen. You'll get kicked out. They'll attack you, and you'll ruin your reputation with them. The game does track reputation with the factions. And your skill set in being a diplomat is being measured by like how you influence and can influence with them, which also influences like certain decisions you might make. If you help one faction out and can diplomatically hide what you've done in their favor and yours, then like a faction that would have been upset won't necessarily know that you had anything to do with it. So like how crafty can you be at kind of getting what you need but helping others at the same time without like fucking up your reputation with other factions is kind of part of the game as well. I don't know, I haven't seen fully yet how that plays out and what the end impact might be, but for now I'm kind of operating as a person who wants to be empathetic to the natives but also realizes I'm here to do business on behalf of my government. There's a hint in the storyline that I may also be tied to this island because when I show up, this woman thinks I'm one of her people. And she's like, oh, I spoke to you with our language because you bear the mark of the island. And every other country state person who's on this island has seen people who look like me. And so they immediately assume I am also one of the natives and they're kind of hostile. And then I have to reassert, yo, bitch, I'm not. I'm from this other government, and I'm here represented as a representative, so behave. Which has been interesting. So they're mean to me on sight, and I'm like, just because of my mark or because I'm brown? Just kidding. But they all kind of have to be like put in their place because they all think that I'm like a native gone wild or something. But that hints at like somewhere down the storyline, am I going to connect with nature? And I'm probably going to have some like existential crisis about whether I choose my home country and its wants and needs versus like whatever we're doing to this island, which is effectively raping it for its goods and resources. So let's do our thing. So one cool thing, they have a little pause menu, which reminds me also of Baldur's Gate and such. I don't like to be close in my fighting just because the game mechanics are kind of awkward. They're not my favorite. So I like to set traps, and the way they describe this when you're choosing your character is control, like when you choose the engineer slash whatever I am, rogue, it says if your gameplay style is to control the battlefield and effectively fight long range, but like get close if you have to, you use traps to do this. Traps to control the battlefield and try to keep the enemy contained. So that is how I would prefer to play, so I chose that. And the way you do that is through these different traps. There's a lot of looting opportunity if you run through the cities, and as you kind of go from place to place within each city map, lots of random boxes will respawn, and loot will constantly be providing you with these basically free traps. But as you build up on skill set, you can also use crafting tables to make your own. I have not been doing that because I don't actually have enough skill set, so I'm fully dependent now on actually what I find and have been able to kind of to loot. So I'm trying to recycle. So you'll see that like you can place them down. There's basically this little pause tactical menu. Resuscitation powders to pick up teammates. It doesn't let you target a specific one. It's just applied to everyone. So if one person's down and you throw it out, that one person comes up. Health potions are I'm finding don't heal much, but we easily find a lot of small ones. I have yet to use the sort of other things I've got down here just because I've managed to go without it. I'm sure as the game gets harder, I'm going to have to figure these out. Techniques are, everybody generally seems to have a gun, but bullets, ammo are hard to come by. So you can buy them, but when you buy them, it's like when you're in most games, like, and you're able to buy ammo in a modern game, you can buy a shit ton of ammo. Here you can't. The merchant might only have 1 or 2 bags of it, and each one is like 5 literal pieces of ammo. I don't know if you can make your own ammo. You probably can. I also, like I said, don't have the skill set yet. So I've been finding a lot of, like I'll find it in loot and it'll be 1 bullet, 2 bullets, 1 bullet. So loot everything when you're playing this, because I looked around and discovered I had like 91, or actually at one point like 100 and something pieces of ammo when I hadn't had to pay for anything. And so I was like, oh, this is awesome. When you're shooting, you're going to see there's kind of a delay. It's not automatic, so it's literally 1 shot, long reload, 1 shot. I am using an early stage revolver. I have yet to get better guns yet. I haven't crossed any, or if I have, they cost like way more money than I've got right now. Quests haven't been giving me a ton of money, so I'm really depending on what I find as I loot. Actions is not for you to actually like queue up here, but you could. But this is helpful for remembering in the moment as you're fighting, if it's hectic, what the hell you could do. In particular, I use the techniques to light is like when you're walking around at night, you can turn on effectively a flashlight, which I've been walking around on. It's hanging off my belt there. But I'm effectively always using these traps, and as you can see, I'm running low on these first 2. But you'll see how they work, and then potions, and then I am probably going to shoot right now. See, I didn't even need the... I like to let my teammates do the fighting. So defuse the trap and you get to reclaim it, which is nice. The time to put these down is quite lengthy. So as soon as I like trigger something, I tend to run away just enough. If you run too far, it resets the enemy, and the enemy will go back to the original spot. So what I have had happen is, like, let's say if we enter from up here, which is what happened, and it triggers, but they're hella far away, you don't want to place the traps like right here, even though that's the easiest and fastest to do, because these animals are probably not going to come all this way. And if you end up kind of like hovering back here because you want them to come to the trap, coming back out actually resets to there's no fight. The game is like, oh, you're too far away, and the animals will go back to the original place. So I've had to kind of rush closer to them which hopefully gets my party to engage them and distract them. And then I can like lay traps as close as I can and then basically run away and try to keep a line between. I tend to try to do a fork, so like 3 placed and then slowly go back in a center line. Generally, when you trigger the trap and you're near it, they see you, and then the enemy starts trying to come for you specifically. So then it's like you're doing a little trail to lead them to you, and they'll often just keep running into it because the AI is not smart enough. So it's like they'll run into the trap, get mad and upset, see you, and then keep coming, and then you just keep laying traps, and they'll just keep running over them. I have used this on the main boss that I started off the game with, and pretty much every fight since. So that is one easy kind of like hack where it's a simple system that I'm getting better at the speed with which I do it, but effectively that's the same technique I use for every fight. What is this now? Random body. So this is an example, right? A single piece of ammo. Fuck! I think I just accidentally took that potion. I didn't need it. That's annoying. Okay. What you'll find is, and what kind of bothers me is, as an RPG girl, and I love exploring, it makes me sad that they have really built out some of these maps to, look at these, contain nooks and crannies and feel open and explorable, which I like for the aesthetics, right? Like, you don't want to feel like you're running through a tunnel where all the walls are closed in and you can only really just go on this one path, even if it's just visual, which I've had games do, where it's like, you know, you're running on a path like this, but like if you even tried to go here, it'd be like stuck, like you'd be blocked, right? And you'd just be like, oh, I have to only walk here. But what can be sad at something like this that's so beautiful, right, is I want to go run in it. Let me go look at it. And they let you. Oh shit, hi. See, I can't go too far. The angles of this are... The motherfucker was trying to get me from the side. Because of the reload time, I literally have to do this step twice. Choosing the firearm. You can't just like click. When you click and you've just shot, if you click to do it, it doesn't actually shoot. It doesn't like it doesn't assume you have already reloaded. It actually makes you go through a reload. So I have to keep re-clicking this button to get it. Ooh, he almost got me. So here's a case where you actually got to explore, and I didn't think it was going to open up, but it actually ended up doing that, which is nice. But a lot of times on these maps, I've run up into like a really cool little area, and there's nothing there. There's just nothing, and you're a little sad. You're like, there's no enemy, there's no treasure, like, why bother designing this? This is good. See, there's something here. I appreciate that. That I would say this is an anomaly. For the most part, like, only 30% of the maps really have anything in them, and so it feels a little wasteful. Like, I like when you're in an RPG generally and they give you, like, there's a random note, right? Or someone left an altar. And maybe you can't interact with it, but it shows, I don't know, signs of the world having content. And it could just be that we're spoiled. I'm spoiled from so many RPGs in the past, but if you're not going to give me more herbs or berries or supplies where I could like cut down a tree to make a bow or forage, right, then give me a note, give me a skirmish, give me an animal, give me something of interest. But instead usually you come up on the corners and there's not much. Like, I keep finding little nooks that look like a cave like this, but it'll just be blocked off. There won't be anything there, and you're like, why? It's a perfect place to put it. Open. Sellable things. I've been living by the skin of my teeth with the money sitch. Like, I'm pretty broke most of the time. Oh. Am I fighting a human or am I fighting these animals? Okay. I'm running away because we moved too far.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
And this is literally the— oh shit! This is literally the only way that you can, Go away! I got messy there. But this is literally the only way you can, use your gun, is to go to— I mean, that I've found in all my examining, it seems like you can only, shoot by selecting that menu and selecting firearm. It is not an option. Otherwise, it's like the controller keys are for the sword work. Your in-hand weapon. Very interesting. See, here's a glade. All these little— there's nothing here except for this random dead body. Oh, that was a trap. What the fuck? Oh. These guys you really only can fight with, it's easier to do the gun. And I'm running low on ammo. Y'all just popped out of the darkness. Like, was that a trap? Like, what? And there'll be so many little areas where you're like, I can get up there. Nope, they do not want you to climb unless it's in specific places. So, you know, I wish it were a little more immersive, but it's pretty. I will say that. I'm not going to engage with you just yet. I want to see what I can poke around and do. So this princess, this is her particular village. And she and her people, I've been generally on the fence with them because they are attacking innocent civilians and such. At the same time, I support them warring to defend their land because it is their land. They were here first. But I do represent another faction, so there's like a tension there. As I mentioned, I know I will have to deal with it later. But in the meantime, I'm trying to play both sides in favor of ethics. Alright, so we're gonna go in and see. Her mother lives here. Her mother's the one who declared war and is about to try to attack, I think it's my people. And I warned my people. Queen! Do you want to trade? They have a very interesting accent. It's like Ukrainian plus Irish.
You are Siora's friend. Look, I have beautiful things to exchange.
Alright, so... I sold this already, but okay. I have beautiful things to exchange. Or guard doublet. Tracker's tunic sounds nice. Oh, it's too low. I could put this on what's her face. I've been very selfishly only focusing on gear for me. Doctor's gloves. Armor. Look at that, I'm doing all this selling and I only have 174 gold coins. And that's it. And then what can I buy from you? Mask of the Deer Spirit. Oh my. Nadaig Megaman. Megamen. Pretty sure if I wore this I'd have drama. Okay, so... I love it. He's got masks of animals and then it's like fighter's tunic. Ooh. 60. Obsidian. Oh, I like that. That looks real cool. But I can't afford that. Gloves I just sold you. Tracker's pantaloons. What am I wearing? I have no idea what I'm wearing. 22 armor. Tracker's pantaloons are the equivalent, but have... Ooh. Balance is less, but they include more resistances. But otherwise they're the same. Necklace of Harmony. I can't afford yo shit. $249? Do you have ammo? For a single piece of ammo. Or no, do I have a single piece of ammo? I don't know. But I'm not gonna spend that. Okay.
If you want to trade again, you know where to find me.
Find me. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. I should save, because some shit's gonna go down. This is a big ass town. Where's your mama? Where is your mother? Ah. Here. See, they make the towns look really explorable. And there's like never anything in them. I can't even loot their houses. Oh, check this! I can't go in the water! That's so rude. Look, there's puddles. You know, like in most games, if you see a little puddle like that, it's because they want you to go down there and fuck with it. But no, you're not letting me. It's kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty hurt. Alright, so let's go talk to Mom. What up? Mama!
Who do you think you are? By what right do you enter the home of our queen?
I'm the emissary of the Congregation of Merchants. I have come to meet your leader.
Come now, Arwand, you are not a watchdog. Where is my mother?
Siora, I didn't see you. You have come too late. Your mother has gone to wage a war. They left for Didekid Nadagais only a few hours ago.
Oh no. We need to catch up with them and avoid the shedding of blood. Please, haste.
Very well then. Let's be off.
Let's stop a war. I know we're in a hurry, but I'm gonna like check and see if I can loot some shit right quick. Thanks. I know you're worried about your mom maybe dying, But like, let's be real, I haven't gotten much goodies on the way over here. What is this? By what right do you enter this place that is not even mine? Onward. Ooh, it's bright.
In order to go towards the Nadagis, we must follow the path leading toward the heights into the forest.
Leading toward the heights into the forest. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you want me to go where? Leading to the heights and toward the forest. Okay. But right quick, I need to go see if I can loot some shit right quick. Okay. Please hold. Your mother will be fine. She's a warrior princess. Ooh, can I go in here? Nope. Why? It looks like it has treasure. Maybe I'm on the right path. Maybe it all works out. Yeah, I'm like, it's like, I feel like it's slightly incomplete. Nothing. One, okay, good. We'll be like, hey! 2 ammo and 4 gold coins. Ah, man. All that. All that! This whole trail, all this exploration for 2 pieces of ammo and 4 gold coins. And you won't even let me run down the hill. Okay. RPGs are about access, bitches. This is pretty. And normally, like earlier in the game, I would go all up in those nooks and crannies. That look so inviting and worth exploring. But I don't bother anymore because I know that they're going to block me and not even let me go up in there. So anyways, we're going to go over here up into the hills. As described. The red spears. Going into the redwoods. Wait, was that a different... Yeah, that was the way I originally came. Came down here, talked to dude. Got 4 sad little gold coins and 2 pieces of ammo. We are here. We gotta go there, but I'm gonna go right because I see this cool little arrow. Oh. More to explore. I hear water. Water you will not let me get into, but I hear it. Excuse you. You want me to find and stop your mother from the bloodshed. Very interesting. The foxes and the... Hold on. The foxes and the... I've run into 2 types... Hold on.
We should go left here. It's a more difficult path, but it's much shorter.
Look at the tracks. They chose to take the path on the right, it would seem.
Before a battle, it makes sense that they wanted to avoid a path with more danger.
If it is dangerous, let's not risk braving it when time is against us.
We risk meeting a great many beasts. But if we follow the warriors, we risk catching up with them too late to sway them.
Oh god. Save point! She wants to go fast. So here's the other mechanic I didn't really explain. As part of your tree of development, you are limited. Technically, you can develop all the trees if you want, but when you start out with the way they have you select your character type, your class, there's a sort of dual overlap depending on kind of which character you've chosen. So if you choose the technician, the expectation is you're going to mess around with alchemy, guns, and first level blades. And then if you're a fighter, first level and second level blades. And you might touch into guns a little or into magic a little, but not much, right? It's expected you're really just exploring these 2 trees. Same thing for the technician. And then the mage is expected to mess around with spells. And then basically a little alchemy with jewelry. So I don't think that they can create jewelry, but they can find and probably get craft. I think there's like a crafting mechanism I haven't explored yet where you can talk to a blacksmith and get them to make stuff for you for huge amounts of money I can't afford right now. And then if you get your own crafting skills up, you might be able to do that as well. I don't think so. I feel like we still have to depend on the blacksmith to some degree. But there are crafting tables. But the assumption is here, I think, like, you can buy and get special pimped out rings like you would in any other RPG where it's like they've got, you know, amplifying abilities or whatnot. And that's kind of it. Like, it's not expected that you're a mage and that also you will be doing gun stuff. Possible, but they've kind of split the trees up into these thirds. Part of this is also them saying, like, if you've chosen the fighter path, your endurance and strength, you're the top 2. If you're the technician, accuracy and agility. Accuracy for firearms and your alchemy, and then agility for jumping and running and all that, but more so to be nimble and escape things, and for your first level sword fighting. And then mental power to traditional new RPGs, right? Like intelligence, characteristic. Here it's mental willpower. And then, they call this willpower. So mental power is power of all spells. You know, so it's almost like charisma and intelligence for the mage. It's just kind of become willpower and mental power here. If you're in a map with, as I mentioned, it's very railroaded. So to climb or to go up or to do certain like actions to get somewhere on their specific mission storyline kind of track, I've run into this already. I run into a situation where like I came out of the end of a quest and it was a dead end where you could only jump down or climb up. And that basically, like, the climb up in this instance was an easy first level climb up. No requirement other than, I think it was agility level 1, so I was fine. And then jumping down, anyone can do. But there was a section where there was another climb up, but I couldn't do it because I didn't have, I think it was like endurance or something. I don't know, one of them. So there's parts of the maps where it's like you're forced to pick one or the other because it depends on whatever your attribute level is. But in that particular instance, I had gone the wrong direction and had basically locked myself into an area where I was lucky and happened to have like the attribute that would get me through one of the options, but the other options were all like level 2, level 3, and I was sort of like, oh shit, and I thought I was going to be trapped and have to like go back to an old save, and the old save I had was like way back. So luckily I was, you know, able to get out of it, but just all this to say, like, what they're putting up here is this tension that this princess wants us to go left, and when she says it's faster and shorter but dangerous, I know that also means there's going to be special locked, like, can climb up this, must climb down that, locked to abilities areas, versus on the right, which will probably be more adaptable to me and what my skill set actually is. Because a lot of the climbing and jumping requires, here's what it is, vigor, I'm sorry. Yeah, vigor. Basically the ability to climb up and down things, which is mapped to the fighter guy. So I'm torn, but she's basically trying to say, yo, if we're not fast enough and we don't get ahead of my people, they will have already gotten into the skirmish and it'll be too late. And she's right. But on the other hand, I'm like, if I go through that map and I can't actually advance, again, having witnessed this a couple of times in the way they've created the maps, I'm slightly nervous because I'm I think I was lucky in that one situation, but it seems to me there's some error a little bit in the map design that's possible where I could run into this where I could go down that path and get stuck because I don't have the skill set needed to like go forward and I don't have the skill set needed to go back. So I'm going to try it. So I'm going to save. We just saved. For good luck and good measure, I'm going to save one more time. And I'm going to take her risk because, of course, I want to save her people. What's left? Look at her. She's like so sad. She's like, come on. Make the right choice. Please go left. Alright, so she really wants me to go left. So we're going to do it. And monsters is fine. I'm just like,
Thanks for listening to me. I fear my mother may have already thrown herself into the battle.
oh, we do have to fight. I was like, we're not going to have to fight those dudes. We are going to have to fight them. How is this faster? Like, come on. I kind of disagree with her. Like, I don't... How is this any faster? It literally looks equidistant to me. So we're going to jump down. Oh, and so... so to explain, this was what I was not explaining properly. Once a battle has begun, the game does not let you interact with jumping or drop points. So once I descend, if the fight goes bad, I'm not going to be able to climb up again. Even if I do have like the ability on level 1 to like climb this, it won't let me until the battle's over, aka one of us is dead. So that was the issue of why I almost got stuck, and I was stuck with like I said, I'd gone the wrong way, so I jumped down into an area, but the monsters that were in that area all had skulls over them to signal that they're way out of my league, and my party almost got slaughtered immediately, but I kept buying time with traps, and we got through by the skin of our teeth. So that was the luck piece, because I wasn't able to actually interact, because I was trying to avoid the monsters and just run, which you can do, but because of the locked way that they manage the space, I could not escape, and so I had to fight them, which is not real life, right? It's just like a forced mechanism, and the forced mechanism to me is unreasonable. If in the day-to-day when you're running away from these guys on flat ground, you can run away and it resets them, why would you make such a weird, I don't know, method to like force me in the situation where I can't climb up a rock to escape? That's just dumb. Okay, it begins. We're doing it.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
It's faster. Is it faster if you're spending time fighting these fucking monsters? That's why I was like, they're not gonna save any fucking time, girl. That's just such a... It doesn't save any time. Like, that's why I was sort of like, her argument is illogical. The time spent fighting monsters is equivalent to the time spent walking on a nice safe path. So why don't we just walk the safe path? Because in your brain, we're supposedly going to save time just because it's urgent and you wanted to be doing something and it would make you feel better. Not because it actually saved anybody any fucking time.
Can't do that.
But here we go. All this so she feels better. And we better not get to the other end and then discover that your mother's already dead. This is... How is this any closer? And we just had to fight monsters anyway.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! See if you can ward off this fight.
Did you reset? I can't tell if it resets them. It totally resets them if you walk away. That's what's annoying. Oh shit. So much faster, sis. So much faster. They weren't going to the traps, which was interesting. Are they getting smarter, these brown bears? I don't even know what these are. Are these brown bears? But we're saving so much time! Hard right. Except, you know... Oh, what's this? Oh my god, it's dumb things like that. Like, you're not just gonna let me walk through that giant hole. I gotta go around. And oh look, there's nothing here. You're not even gonna let me loot this thing. Okay. Can't go that way. Okay, aren't I fighting my own people? Can I just talk to her? No.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
She's only so badass because we came in and helped. Oh, now we see what the power is. If nothing, our ability to use the power of the land tells you that the land is theirs. You know what I mean?
You are too late, Ciara. Mother has fallen, and we are defeated. No, no, no. This is not fair.
You should have let us take the path on the
Who
right.
is this woman? She resembles one of us, but is dressed like a renegade.
I'm the ambassador of the Congregation of Merchants. I am sorry for your loss.
The congregation? And what side are you on in this war? Those that massacre our people? Estelle, calm down. You know that Mother sent me to seek out allies. You show up when the fight is nearly over. Was this part of your plan? You know that these monsters are taking our own. They must make honorable amends.
We did our best to come as fast as we could, and I fought by your side. Please, please take the time to at least hear me out. There has already been enough death, and you are wounded. This is not the time for vengeance.
You may be right. Waiting for my vengeance will make it taste all the sweeter. I feel weak. Might I ask you to watch over our own Siora? I must return to the village. Go on ahead. We will tend to the wounded. Won't we now?
Yes. We will do everything we can.
And find my mother. Or her body, if she is indeed dead.
Look at this massacre. How?
Because you told us to go
It
left.
bears the symbol of our clan. This way. There is a survivor. Let's heal him.
Where? Where? Ah. Well.
You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors.
These ruins are very strange. By what name did you call this place again?
Dadida Keaton Nada Gaze. There was once a battle in the past. A great victory for our clans.
Strange indeed. These walls are completely foreign to the style.
What? Mom? Ooh, the realistic.
I beg of you, help me.
Still you dare to breathe. How can you hope that I am here to save you?
No,
What have you done with my mother?
pity, I beg of you. I don't want to die.
Then answer!
Siora! Stop! Look at yourself. You're acting like a beast.
A beast has far more majesty than these monsters who have traded their souls.
They have taken her. The Queen. They took her.
Then she must still be alive. They wouldn't have bothered to carry away a corpse.
She would have chosen death before capture. They must have wanted her alive. We must find her.
Oh wait, we should still kill him though. No.
If your mother was in the hands of the bridge, they'd have taken her to their closest camp.
Promise me that we will do everything we can to bring her back.
Sure. But we gotta heal people. No one else? Looting!
Over there. I think that man is still breathing. Let's
Where?
make sure.
Over where?
You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors. Over there. I think that man is still breathing. Let's make sure. You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors. Over there. I think that man is still breathing. Let's make sure. You can walk now. Return to the village. We must make sure that there are no more survivors. Another warrior who survived. I do not think that we will find any more of them now. We healed them all, thanks to you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if it would have gone right, going right wouldn't have mattered, but still, it's her fault. Oops. My character was saying something about ruins. Oh, there's a letter. Move! Pretty. Finally, some loot! That isn't tied to the bodies of war. I know you go left there. Huh.
Look. There are some images on these walls.
Let's get closer.
This is the first time I've seen these drawings so closely.
You have never come here. You certainly seem to know the place.
This site is sacred and taboo. Everyone knows where it is, but no one ever comes here. All these colors are so beautiful. I never would have imagined that they could create something so delicate.
Who are you talking about?
Of those who built these lodgings. That my ancestors vanquished in a past war.
You know who they were?
I only know the legend. The legend of Didakid and Nadaige.
I'm listening.
It is said our people lived peacefully until the men appeared from the sea, intent on making our lands their own. They
Classic.
dug great caverns into the earth, ripped down our forests, destroying everything in their wake. They were evil. The warriors killed so many people that even their own people came to fear them. Here they built a terrible city that spewed out clouds of cinder and death. Our kings and queens were desperate. They went to the heart of our island, and the island heard them. From the woods appeared the first guardian. He was taller than a city, and with each step it smashed a lodging. It was a guardian of Rat, and the city could not resist him. Since then, the earth answers our call for magic, and in exchange, we become all Manawi, in keeping with the pacts our kings and queens once made.
It is a very sad and terrible legend. I wonder who these people from the sea could have been. The people from the continent, no
Your
doubt.
people!
Our Malachor might well be the cursed result of that war from another age. We have nothing more nor anyone else to find here. I must report all we've learned to Constantine.
Leave. I was like, yeah, it looks kind of modern. I'm in this terrible age. I'm like, let's see, yeah, you can only climb up this if you're level 3.
Need a bit of practice.
But it looks like the same time frame, like it was like 20 years ago. But they're like, this terrible time and age long ago. I'm like, you mean like 20 years? This looks like a house. I have an urge to walk up these steps. Is it gonna work?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! I need healing! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Taste my saber. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's see if you can ward off this.
not letting me go between my two little camps. Something's probably gonna happen here later. Does this not connect? Oh, this is above. This is the top of what I was looking at. Ah! Shit, I'm gonna have to come back. Lockpicking level, and then this is where I couldn't climb up. There's always like a weird delay with these. Where you have to like wait and stare at the thing until you can loot it.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Five extra armor. But more resistance. They're worth the same. Oh wait, let's look at weapons. Do I have any better weapons now? They're gonna take a hard right.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
No, I guess she's a mage. Oh shit. Random bandits!
Let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Saw something blue. What was it? A lot of boots. Was it a weapon? I saw something blue on that dude's body. Oh, is this, but I can't wear it. Okay. Second in command, collared sailor's coat. He can't wear it either. Does this drop down into where we had the battle? No, so we went left. This is the battle site. So where the hell are we? That is not the battle site. Is this gonna let me drop? Oh, I did see animals down there. No, if I go that way. I don't think it'll let me. It did. Okay, shit. What part of the map am I on? Oh, okay, okay, it's attached. I was like, am I in this chasm? Okay, we're just gonna go straight. It's just attached. Oh yeah, 10 points. Alright, so... Oh, increases the number of ingredients and objects obtained through gathering and looting. Unlock contextual dialogue options. I have science, allows you to make simple potions, allows you to craft bullets. I like this. I need to craft more. Ugh. Shouldn't have done that, but I really want to explore the crafting mechanism. Good points, good points. 2. Okay, do we get into traps? Seismic. Increases the magic damage inflicted by the alcohol mix of magic damage. What's this? Rifle. Damaging armor. I did get better. Yes, trap setting was super slow before. Oh shit!
Poison on my blade.
Hello!
Go!
El accidente. Horses! Oh, we still need to go over this way to get back home. Alright, monsters.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Hey, I dodged. Oops. I'm gonna die. I'm taking medicine and she's not doing it. Oh, she cast a heal. Oh, the other one. Oh shit,
Bit of
there's
poison
more.
on my blade. And let's go!
Ew, they spit poison. Ooh, these are a different type of monster. Oh, their skin is hard. Ah, you can't cut through their skin with this type of sword.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fight.
Tough one. Girl! I don't remember which one this is. Left? And I died. Well, it was an accident. I did not even mean to go up there. I've never encountered this one before. So, they spit poison. Their skin is... Seems like that was more dangerous than the path we initially took. Interesting. Okay. So, let's not go left. Let's go right. Not ready for that action yet. See, there were monsters this way anyway. Remember how she was like, go left, it's more dangerous potentially but faster. We ended up losing everybody anyway. This path doesn't look any shorter. Or any, sorry, it does look longer, but not by much. And then there's still beasts here. Oh, I realized in the last battle I wasn't using dodge properly. Sometimes I just do parry. But parry is only to return an attack. And when they throw their bodies at you, you actually have to dodge, and I wasn't dodging. Whoops! I don't... There's too many mechanics. Too much. Keep it simple. Okay, so we came down the hill, yeah? We're gonna go... right? I guess it is shorter. Okay. So now we're coming to the battlefield. And if you go this way... Ah, it is longer! Alright! But I have encountered monsters, which would have made this slower anyway. See? Can I climb this? Oh, I was sleeping, I didn't realize. Man, they was asleep and we attacked. That's messed up. You were taking a nap. And I just helped myself to your shit. Sorry, friends. It's you or me. No, it was dead end. Okay. Excuse me. So I have to go straight to the right. I don't think I'm gonna encounter those lizards. I think it's because I went up too far into like a corner. Look at all these beasts. How was that? I guess it's... we're gonna have to go right anyway. Let's do it. I don't have to fight them, but I might as well. And this is where girlfriend was like, we must go left. I can sell some shit to dude. How y'all holding up?
Do you see anything you would like to exchange?
Oh, this is new. This didn't show up. Because mine is better. Giant Smoldering Club. What a name. One-handed heavy. Two-handed heavy. I really want a new gun. I don't think I'll need to wear priest's gloves. Possible, but not likely. Okay, I got $594. Hey! Oh, the ring counts as a melee weapon for mages. Got it. Well, hello. Agility 3. That looks sexy. And I can barely afford it. Alright, so I wish they would filter these. How am I supposed to change the sorting? Sort differently. By... This is the only one for me. Great Flaming Needle. I got 584. Oh. Volgwendig robe. 32, 60. Warrior's tunic. More of everything. Obsidian Mason's gloves. Stolen Mason's gloves. What am I wearing? Damn, this is gonna cost all my money for not much improvement. That's good for now. What about... Oh! Okay, I don't know what just happened. How many of those did I buy? I don't know. 5 for 8. That's much better. Remember that somewhere I was looking at 1 for 8. Health potion. Whoa. Probably sell some of this stuff. What do I have? What do I have? 2? Give me 2 for these? I'd rather carry it. Damn, you're only trying to give me nothing for this. Alright,
If you
bye.
want to trade again, we know where to find me.
Find. It's just called protections. How does an ornate collar give you anything? But okay. Protections. Engraved gorge. Sturdy half collar. Talisman. No change. What is this? Just for appearances? Talisman. Nothing. That's not needed for thieves. Lockpicking +1. Oh. I was like, you're not gonna give me anything? Armor doesn't change. This is vigor, science, lockpicking. I want to get into more boxes, but what I've been encountering has really been level 3 lockpicking. Science 2 means I can start crafting more. Advanced kits. So let's do that. Can you remove these later? Too late now! Okay. No, they're already upgraded. Oh, there's something I needed to update. Yes, my boots! Inlaid. 26, 32, 30, 28. Alright. How do I see there's like no total... What's my total status for like armor and equipment? bought them all. I only wanted one. Dow sleeping potion, at least drink. I think I need to make like 4 of those. Because one of my missions requires that I knock some people out. Oh, I gotta do one more. Okay, I gotta find. You don't notice his pidus. His pidus. Where are we going? What are we doing? I need to travel. I'm traveling somewhere. Where am I traveling? Madame de Sardais. My mama. Side quest. I kind of want to get involved in that with her. I need to find out more about what's happening here. Ugh, I made tea and forgot to drink it. Oh wait, maybe... Let's see if my homeboy needs better equipment. Not you! 24. 21. Yeah, he can rent. Oh, can he? Oh, silver, still at 78. Yeah. Of course she orders. She's like, we need to save my mother, bitch! I'm like, quick side mission. Right quick. Oh, he might need this. Oh, his is better. Well, fine. What about homeboy? Old rusty rapier. Still better. Oh, better stun, fury. The Sardais residence. Yes. Alright, we save.
crops are a blessing from the enlightened. We supply the Mother Cardinal herself. Don't hesitate to have a rummage around.
What you selling?
Do you like it here in San
It
Mateo?
is impossible not to like it, and rumor has it that
Oh, it's better than what I have. 236. But I pimped it out. For 39. Oh, but not much for armor damage. Old Inquisitor's vestments. Old antique helmet. Doctor's mask.
goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you in his divine.
Where the fuck is his house? How am I supposed to get over there? Porter? I've been here before, I don't remember. There's like nobody here. What up, lady?
May the enlightened bless you.
Like, no noble would just be sitting out like that, but okay. Level 3 lockpicking? Oh.
You know how much the Ordo Luminis dislikes the knots. If they catch us here, I'm in big trouble.
Oh, too late, I can't go out. My bad. I wanted to congratulate you for your work and your unwavering commitment to our conversion camp project. Thanks to you and your devotion, we were able to bring many savages towards the light. You will find some new elements and orders regarding the continuation of our operations in your chest at our headquarters. May the enlightened protect you, Inquisitor Honorius.
This letter mentions a secret camp. Apparently our man was involved in its creation. It also talks about a chest he would have had. In the quarters of the Order, here in San Mateus, we may find clues there that will allow us to discover the location of the camp. If this chest exists, there must be a key. It has to be here. Let's continue searching. It's a key. Most likely the key to a chest, with the emblem of the Ordo Luminis.
I like how this
I don't think we'll
totally...
find anything else here. Let's leave and see what this chest contains.
I like how it literally looks like a painting, an allegory. Fruit, skull, candle, pot, teapot. We're gonna get caught. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize I have to remove the dude from my party. Yep, I'm in trouble. Can I move? Are you gonna jump me? Nope, they are totally jumping me.
Who are you? And what...
Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
My colleague has been away for the... May I know exactly what it is about your status as a diplomat?
My status is the reason why the Mother Cardinal asked me to investigate. She wants to know where Father Claudius might... I offered to go to his home to see if I could find some...
Really? Why would the Mother Cardinal ask that...
How would we know? Perhaps you'd like us to go find her together. I'm sure she'll be delighted to see how you've been treating the representative of one of her allies.
That won't be necessary, but know that I...
As you wish.
I doubt this sly, bitter man believed your lies.
Well, too late. I was trying to go back and like swap out the character and try that again, but you know. Have I really been there for 5 minutes? But this will be all the way back here, and we don't want to do that. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it.
We should make use of this moment of respite to go visit the quarters of the Order and find the chest there. Let's hope they aren't infested with members of the Inquisition.
Where's my house? I need my house right quick. Oh my god, it's like impossible to find things. Where's my house? Ah. Okay, we gotta go. Nope, that's not the way. Can I go this way? What's on her head? Oh, feather. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. I'm nervous to trust this dude. It seems like I have to bring him with my party. Given relations for everybody. I just feel like he was like, I met you when you were a kid and I was a friend with your father. I just don't trust you.
What can I do for you, my child?
I feel like you're gonna spill all my beans to all the people.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Thmilin was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic. But you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
Why am I letting him hang with me?
Later, Father.
Take care, my child.
I don't know, like what if he gets, I'm gonna switch out, but what if he gets upset that I'm doing shady shit? Alright, let's take out Kurt and add him. I don't like it, I don't like it. New save. It doesn't let you delete old ones. Alright, we're gonna go here. Left and then left. Why is people always got shit all over the floor? Well, that doesn't look good. What the fuck? Torture. Torture. Classic Inquisition in the name of God. You're out here chopping people up. Oh, I can't go down that way. Oof. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Claudius, we hope that we can count on you to accept a new delivery of native heretics in our camp. We would also like you to be in charge of the conversions of the most refractory native subjects. I recommend you to follow the most discreet path possible in order to meet us, the path that goes between the rocks to the east of the city and leads to the secluded glade where we built the camp. Well, why would anyone describe it to this degree? As it is imperative that operations remain secret for now. No one would ever write such a note. I like how he spelled
Thanks
out
to
how to
these
find
documents,
it.
we'll be able to show the natives where the conversion camp is.
Oh
and the times when new prisoner convoys will get there too.
I hope the warriors will find a discreet way to set their comrades free. Attacking a camp of the Order could quickly turn into a slaughter for both sides.
Well, you're the one whose people are fucking attacking and kidnapping people for torture. Your opinion on it doesn't matter, sir. Alright, we're gonna go back to my house. Drop this fool off. I was nervous we were gonna get Cotton in trouble, but apparently it was fine. My house so fancy, I have a... Back to Kurt. Goodbye, shady Petrus. They even sound shady. Where do I go next? I want to understand what's going on with this camp. I wonder if it's better to keep him with me or not. We are in his lands. I don't like you, but we should probably keep you. All right, so this is a good stream. Good stream. Thanks for watching. Checking out my house. Yes. Until next time. Bye.